It's a very firm foundation that within 9 seconds, anyone is able to downregulate the autonomic nervous system of the subconscious that was adopted with the birth certificated, legal fictionated 14th Amendment citizen character person that is not who we are. It's an avatar that is fated to grind, to bump and grind, rock and roll, and to be here in this place where, if you're focusing on conception, the concept, to take, ion, first there's a concept of what? Our concept that we came in was infinitely exponentially multiplying, duplicating and replicating 0 point energy. It knew exactly where to go, one cell to 70 to 100, and then in 9 months to 1.7 trillion. And then it kind of, well, it goes linear and then it plateaus. Why does it not continue? Renee, why does it not continue? Renee Garcia. What's up? This is Merlin. Welcome to the Play Dynamics in the Unknown. If you choose, there's 5 words: pass, pause, play, require clarity, and I'm in the unknown. And what's beautiful about what it is that I do every day is attune rock bottom. Someone explained that experience as the autonomic nervous system attuning itself automatically to optimal. And I don't charge any money to do this. This is my experience here. And how I do this is I play with other videos, and it seems as though you haven't posted in a while. That's what I love what you're doing with school. And I'm going to show you some really cool things right now. There is so many ways that if you ever do YouTube again, you don't have to. This is not what this is about. As a 2-4 splenic manifester, what we're required to do is inform what it is that we're going to do. And so I noticed a few things. One is that there are 880 men and women in the US who are searching for your name. And I have the availability and knowingness of how to place any video on the first page of Google and YouTube instantaneous. So when you see Merlin R. Sparks and this is the game, welcome to the game, and Self Trust Academy, these are some videos that I just put up. I've partnered with Era Arc. They've claimed, if you want to know the new Earth and whatever's happening right now, Era Arc, and just check out this video. So this is the stuff that I do. I put, and that's not really, it's video, what am I looking for? Video 3 of a process, and there's going to be 15. I'm teaching everybody how to have automations and have multiple rivers of passive profits. And when I say profit, what I mean is their voice attuned with wholeness. And I am, so here we go. Let's just see these placements. Well, in the next few days, we'll see more and more of these videos on the first page of Google. And what's fun is, how to get in the first page for free. That's a pretty nice one. And to be able to know that, that probably not as many as searching for Renee Garcia, to be 140, and anywhere between 100 and 500 is where I go for. There's people that's if I click that, that's $10.94 out of their pocket. And to be able to have that and know that organically, and be able to have the videos that, once the system is automated and there's email sequences coming out and bouncing back and forth between email to YouTube, and authority is there, any keyword is possible. And to be able to unlock that, and the channel, I saw that there's an affiliate link for school, so I'm going to be creating videos that there's this rule of three. They're looking for a transformation. They're looking for, what is that transformation? They see some information here and then they click a video. And what's fun about Renee Garcia is they may not be looking for you. Though what's fun about this is they may find you. They're looking for music and all of a sudden they're going, wait, what is this reality transurfing? Transurfing of reality. And be able to see reality of transurfing and know that, let's see, more of these keywords, any of these keywords are going to be possible. And what's fun is they're going to look for reviews. And this space is going to be dominated with videos that right here, doom, doom, it'll be either Self-Trust Academy or Merlin or Sparks. So you'll be seeing a lot of this self-trust. And what I do is, if you want to look into what it is that I do, have fun. I do a lot with law, and you don't have to watch any of this. This is just me speaking and sharing what it is and who I am. And those who see me and those who are able to be seen by me, it's a pretty fun experience. And those who I have helped, and to be able to go through this, you don't give a shit about any of this shit. I mean, you don't care about any of this stuff. No, how a slob of a cop is now on the stage with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi and partnered with Donna Miller. And I'm sure Renee Garcia does not want the fuck to do any of this stuff. And there may be those who are ready to transurf to this and to be able to know that the YouTube is able to be used as a way to solve pendulums, to be able to sing the song of the soul that came here to be sung through the so below, and be able to have the as above jurisdiction. And these, if you go in here, you'll learn about the videos right now that I'm teaching everybody to go, how to go to the first page of Google and YouTube. Is this right here, Era Arc, they have claimed the physical spaces over the last 3 years. They have got complete acquiescence from IRS, and these companies who say they don't have deeds for land, after they write these notices the way it is from the as above jurisdiction to the so below, so the legal paper system and how the legal line, once a man gets in there to animate it, it's completely fraudulent and it disappears, and it's so I'll be seeing my sons, and for the first time in 4 years. Everybody thought I was crazy. I knew what was going on in their mind before they said it, and now I simply focus on a human design and being able to know exactly how to express and to embody the avatar that is meant to be here when the voice shakes, when the courage forgets to look at all fears and all terrors, and to know that those moments of seeing myself in reality, and to be able to attune to this avatar the way that it was fated by the cut of the placental cord, to be able to do their black magic in a way that if you, I'm sure you're not going to watch this. He's probably going to kick me out of the group. Don't give a shit. It's so great to be able to just give that $66 and just put it in motion. And to be able to see what is. I no longer throw shit on the wall. They no longer have to guess who it is that I am. I'm no longer hiding. And to be able to have attuned rock bottom similarly to the way that Brandy and Ryan have already done with multiple countries, the President of the United States has yielded. They're getting recognized by the UN. And to be able to know where it is that we are. The manifester is in the not self theme. There's generators. You're a 5-1 projector. Remember, you place that in there. I'm not sure what the profile or if it was self projected or emotional or splenic. I'm not sure what that is. And it's fun to chat with you if you'd like to chat. Love to chat. Just chit chat, whatever. And in the not self, the manifester is in this place of anger. And when it is in that place of self and it sees, to be able to have words for the space of the unknowable and to be able to see what is. And they say it requires 100 monkeys, though I monkeyed the Luffy'd up. And I'm an ineffable motherfucker. And we'll get to that of how if we're not a motherfucker, then we're an abortion in history. We submit to Noah law, no awe, no rest. Oh shit, Merlin, what the fuck? Delta. And what it is that these pendulums are, alpha disruptive waves, alpha that are misattuned. That was a moment right there. Disassociated thoughts, disassociated feelings, disassociated actions are signs of a grief cycle starting. A pendulum, doom, 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 doom. And to have alpha that disrupts, delta REM, recovery, restoration. I've been watching you for years, not like watching you for years. I've been seeing the avatar and knowing where the sacred geometry of its auric field is about to go fucking haywire. And I'm nobody special. And there's things that I know. And what's fun about this is seeing the number 2. The placenta was offered and volunteered, and we abandoned another vessel in maritime, a paper legal system in Pinocchio. I'm a real paper boy. I'm a real boy. Yeah. And to be able to know all the Humpty Dumptys of when that moment we fell off the wall. And they want us to claim conception, concept ion. You have to have a concept, that information field, so much force on it, and that was the ion that we were energy at all. And to know that there's a place of when it makes sense, and right now it's, she's probably not watching. Maybe she is. She'll be watching me put some fucking videos on the first page that are going to be reviewing what it is that she does. And similar to Era Arc, I don't want to teach people how to, I've done this for fucking years, to go into Self-Trust Academy. I'm just going to get in here real quick. Self-Trust Academy 1.0 and 2.0, and to be able to, I'm not that projector. I'm a manifester who gets in there and fucks people's, I'm the wave creator. I know when the wave is coming. I know what the wave, how to interpret it. And to be able to get here, and I'm not going to jump into the automated systems and the stuff that you already have and you don't require, and you don't need me for that. And fucking A, you don't need anything. I'm doing this because I'm going to have a lot of fun. And when anybody ever searches for reviews, let's see how many videos. Oh, 0 for that. That's, so they're reviews or testimonials. So I have testimonials. That's pretty cool. 0. Okay, so they might be not looking for you. This would be a great opportunity to put you on the map. There's already someone, so Renee Garcia, we got costumes, we've got all of this. If you'd like to be here, you already are 50%. That's a great, that's a, that's a fun target and a fun game to play. And to know that, yeah, by being, there you are, to have all of it would only be Renee Garcia. To know how to attune search engines and to reprogram AI so that it knows, well, the so below jurisdiction is the artificial intelligence. The as above jurisdiction is the authentic intelligence. And authentism is what is. And to know that in this direction that it is that we would go with nothing. I required nothing from you. I'm stoked on what is happening. The eternal living flame is here, and there is no yoke around my neck. There is no burden of light. And to know that I and my Father are one, and I have claimed the mountain, and there is no mountain, and the mountain is not required to move in their paper legal system, and all stand down. And to be able to orchestrate, similar to if you've seen Hunger Games, or you've seen wolves. Wolves are canine, feline, marsupial, maybe arachnid. Oh yeah, wolf spider. And to also know, oh shit, just went into the unknown. I'm in the unknown. And this is what happens. The thoughts, they'll come back around from a tree, right behind the tree. And to feel the alpha waves coming in that truly are attempting to disrupt me right now. To be able to stop this message. To place us, me, you, everyone, into this place where this is the fib I notch I identity, fib I notch I, idident. Then you have your id, your ego, your superego, your submarine consciousness in maritime law due to a concept of ion, and you became a transmitting utility. I'm sure you've stumbled around these sovereign fucking death traps that cause more fear, and I've been through them. And to be able to know that our experience and experiment is not meant to be in a pendulum. It is meant to be an exponential energy exchange. And the exponential energy exchange that I'm moving forward with is going to place videos on the first page of Google and YouTube for the continue to do that for 10 or 15 videos. And then after that, you're next. And to be able to place Self-Trust Academy and Merlin R. Sparks at that 50%, that's a beautiful. And to be able to see where we're both going to race due to that. And who knows? I'm pretty much not known, though I told everybody never to tell anybody what it is that I do. And now that those who are on their way have had their fun and they don't require, and oh, that's the best, when they, as fast as they can, they don't require anything of me anymore. And they're all, and the, what pendulums? What pendulums? So in the Delta, there are no pendulums. And it's going to be wild to experience and experiment. If you would choose, I'd invite you. You'd be one of the only ones I would play with at this level. I'm sure there are other levels and other, if you know anything about a manifestor, their aura is very dense. And when those are able to, then that claim on the mother and matrix, that tertium quid, There's 46 chromosomes of you, baby, and 46 chromosomes on mother together. And that's 92 chromosomes. It's a tertium quid. A quid is something you stick in your mouth. It's a talisman for pirates and witches that curse it. And to be able to know those moments from the unknown and the unknowable, and that's what we're all capable of. And what you would do with that. And to be able to set up a game. And similar to that wolf, to come back around. Sometimes getting into the unknown, that's what it required, is to continue to state what I do know. So that the reptilian state of mind is, well, there is no reptilian state of mind. There's no fight, there's no flight, there's no freeze, there's no fawn. There's no fear. And to be able to, instead of shoulding, and you should know what to do, to be able to see the avatar for what is meant, for the mystery of all mysteries, and to see this man here, Josh a-hole, Josh a-hole, it's funny, like Merlin R. Sparks. He used to have Parkinson's. He had a heart attack when he was in his mid-30s. Type 1 diabetes. Did I say cancer? And to know that simply attuning, there are some simple things I'm able to, there's nothing here to tread lightly on. It's a very firm foundation that within 9 seconds, anyone is able to downregulate the autonomic nervous system of the subconscious that was adopted with the birth certificated, legal fictionated 14th Amendment citizen character person that is not who we are. It's an avatar that is fated to grind, to bump and grind, rock and roll, and to be here in this place where, if you're focusing on conception, the concept, to take ion, first there's a concept of what? Our concept that we came in was infinitely exponentially multiplying, duplicating and replicating 0 point energy. It knew exactly where to go, 1 cell to 70 to 100, and then in 9 months to 1.7 trillion. And then it kind of, well, it goes linear and then it plateaus. Why does it not continue? Renee, why does it not continue? There's an omega here, the end at the beginning. You see the sun and the moon? To consider the stars is what they do. And back when I was a senior vice president for the fastest growing financial services and financial education company in the country, and I put these videos on fucking YouTube, and I thought it was gonna do so much greatness, and it did. Within the first week, I had so many appointments that I had to shut the motherfucker down. And I hope your system's in check. And I find when this energy is around of what is true, ayahuasca, they say, is grandma. And to know that the epigenetics go back 12 to 16 generations, and they say this is what is to believe. The concept of that doctrine from that dock worker of the doctor, who it is that has signed away so much. Even here, they put the cut in the womb. And to know that 100% of this X was in grandma when she was in mom. 4 to 6 months after fertilization. And to know that I'm able to make a claim, and I've seen you gone through some shit. So if you do want to play around, it'd be fun to hang out and have more conversations. If you're into this shit, if you're not into any of this, fuck this. You'll just see reviews and you'll go, oh, okay, there's that guy. Go Merlin, go. You're making money. You don't give a fuck. Good. You wouldn't. You'd be doing whatever it is that you're doing, and it's epic what it is that you're doing. So if you're looking at this and you go, what keywords would I want to have number one? And this is the third video of 15. And once they get in that email sequence, and this is the system I use, and it does well. I'm pretty sure fucking check this shit out. I'm pretty sure they're completely run out of AI. This guy looks reptilian. Oh man, I've got a true bill and a claim right now because the 201. Let's check this shit out so you know I'm not messing around. And when they go, oh yeah, the world is free, it's time. And to be able to know that a true bill is similar or the same as a grand jury indictment, and how they use a little bit of information of a written accusation by a public prosecutor. I'm not in the public, I'm in the private. And I'm inviting you into a very, gosh, you're going to be really futuristic in a place where they're going to ask you a lot of questions of how it is that you really did get out of the matrix. So when any birth date, death certificate, birth certificate is a death certificate. I'm not going to dive into that right now. And to be able to know that we're zombies, and you have an opportunity, and I invite you to be there for those men and women who are finding out who they are, and they're discovering that they are not a zombie. And if you really want to know a little bit about that zombie apocalypse, this is one of the times I was flexing as a sovereign, not a sovereign citizen. No, I'm not a Roman slave. And to be able to also know that the court is the person in the suit of the sovereign, and the sovereign sojourns with his regal retinue wherever that may be, and uterine and retinue, and reunite. And to reunite that uterine space instead of having that mother material in the matrix that is used by the fishers of men for the information field. And that space of variations is not variable when we are seeing it from this perspective and experiencing it from this perspective. And if you did get to this place, then I invite you to explore with me. I'm not going to go into this alone anymore. I've decided that I require a team. And there is no other projector that I would invite. I've seen you for years. I've watched so much of your content. And this would be the place where I would ask, does she know the lesser magic that she's placing out there from a world that I know you've seen it. I know you've seen this without a concentration gradient. I know you've experienced this rhythm of benefiting, fully funded, opulent. What is work? We are play. This is what we did. We played as youngs, littles. And then all the money always came. We always had much. We always lived around. We always had some fun. Oh, so. And to be able to play and to attune that nervous system 10 to 20 times faster with play. The game is play dynamics. You're either of the unknown, you watch this, you do whatever you want. What's up? Or you watch some of the videos and you're learning about the play dynamics of the unknown. You're not involved in it. You're learning the process. Holy shit, I'm not going to get in this fucking game with Merlin because there is no shadow work anymore. The hero's game is over. No, fuck. I know. Gosh, she just put out that epic content. Here, a manifestor. This is what a manifestor does. And if you don't appreciate the futuristic and being able to see from this heretic perspective that I honor, I see, and wow, if they knew, if more knew, and they will, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing here. This is how I experience life when it's alone. It's epically exciting and so much fun and so much peace and extremely bypassing. And as you said, if you're able to fucking summon me, then, yeah. The last time I checked, I was the one that was summoning. And to be able to end that with a command, and then to command all, at least within myself, and to see how it all went down, to go, oh shit. It's fun to go into the mystery. I've set up a game to play dynamics in the unknown. I'm going to be doing multiple lives with Era Arc. I mean, the stuff that they're doing. Now we're just chatting. If we'd be on the phone, we'd just be chatting. You and whoever it is, speakerphone, I don't give a fuck. Let's just talk. We'd be here going through this. They have claimed these physical areas. All of it. It's wild. Well, not all of it. Not yet. Utah, that's mine. Oregon, that's mine. I'm going to be doing that here in the next few days. It'll be fun. And to be able to see my sons for the first time in 4 years. And to experience this in a way that Transurfing never got me there. And yet, all of the Transurfing principles are what got me here to be able to experience the mystery and have zero intentions, and to know that there is a to be, and this is to be or not to be. This is the number 2. That's the placenta. That's the second godly estate. The first godly estate. This is Genesis 2:2. This is on the 6th day. 6 days did his work, and on the 7th day he rested. This is where God and Darwin meet and they come together. And they are fighting over that particular end because it's an odds to sense, and it's the availability to sense the odds. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to know this, and I war to see warless. You see this little cute guy down here? See that little cute dot? Whoop! That's a zygote traveling along. And this is the conception moment. This is the contract. This is the birth date. If you claim conception, you're out of orders by a week. You're out of order in the lunar cycle. Lunatic. You got to be represented because you're a minor. And you're in anum domini. 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 Anum domini. And know that Gregorian is a motherfucker. And that's where all the pendulums are. Renee, I'm inviting you to a new game. There's nothing that's different. The only what's to be known, and that's GNOW, is there's no particular end, there's no intention, a particular end, fate. More, let's see, Moria, more AI, more AI, are you fucking kidding me? Who are to know that they have this one eye that goes back and forth between that one piece? That's it. It's the odds of the 2 cents. And listen, there may be a reason why you're doing lesser magic, and you may not even know you're doing it. And I'm the coach who coaches coaches who coaches coaches who coaches coaches, and one day they realize I'm their shaman. And I want to not coach. I don't do that anymore. I war to see warless. And if you'd like to war to see warless with me and others, the self-theme of the manifester is peace. The not self-theme is anger. The not self-theme of a projector is bitterness. And the self-theme is success. And of the projectors that I've very well known to me and in my inner circle, that success truly comes from helping others. And in this direction that we're going, where there's no longer any grief cycle, within 9 seconds, the autonomic nervous system is able to downregulate by doing the opposite of fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Wag the tail. Breathe, laugh, smile, open, yawn, blossomy. It's an acronym. Get to the yawn. That shakes it off. It's yawn till your ears shake and your eyes create a DMT experience, and be able to know your own source. And in that moment, instead of going into a pattern and an open loop, in that pendulum, it's no longer a wheel of fortune. Sweet harmony is here. And when I say sweet, whoops, I do mean the sweet of the sovereign. The person is the avatar that has been fated. More AI? Are you fucking kidding me? No, not more artificial intelligence. More authentic intelligence. The sweet intelligence of the sovereign through the person. The place where the sovereign sojourns. Regal, kingly, retinue, reunite, uterine, word jumble, whatever. Wherever that may be in the fucking unknown. That's why it's the play dynamics of the unknown. This is the play dynamics of the unknown. You're watching. You're not participating. You're not saying, stop, Merlin, pause, pass. I'm in the unknown. Merlin, I require clarity. Clarity it is. When it's play dynamics in the unknown, just hang out on a Zoom call for 40 minutes just to chit chat. That'd be play dynamics in the unknown. My boys are in Oregon. They're in the Rogue River area. I'll be in there soon. And we'll see how many men and women are there for the reunion. I know there's many men and women here down in southern Utah that were willing to put their thumb on a piece of paper and state how the man that I am. And I know that this energy of the Delta, it's extremely chaotic for them. This is their source of all of their power. This is the Loosh, the Delta. This is it. This consistent zinc spark that where X marks the spot in the littoral space of where pirates bury the X and the booty and the treasure, and to know that's where Washington, D.C. extends way more than 10 miles. 10 miles and the littoral space. All the beaches, all the banks. And to know in one fell swoop everything dealt in the 1930s. You don't fucking say. Well, Renee, if you're not on board with this, then enjoy the K complexes that you have at night going to sleep. You know, when you just nod off. Well, those, when you're attuned, there's nothing kicking your quantumly entangled meat flesh. Because there's a belief that you left your original arc behind. The one that was duplicating and replicating and infinitely exponentially multiplying and had 0 point energy that restored and recovered itself. And this is the world we're looking at. And if you don't want to have a part in helping people experience this, people, men and women, people don't experience this. People experience this. People experience this. A person who I used to be married to, that I was, and this is all this story and the victim bullshit, to be able to pinpoint the reptilian state of mind, to be able to use Enneagram and human design and gene keys, and to be able to see where in the stars that the most stressful states of one's, and it's not even theirs, it's an adopted legal fiction that reacts. We don't have any triggers. It's just a play. And to be able to move along and to see when those are being taken over by a reptilian state and see it in their eyes, hear it in their voice, and to be able to call out the man and the woman from limbo. Wake up. What the fuck? Snail, don't talk to me that way, Merlin. I'm the jester in the court, similar to the wolf and the archetype. Wherever they are. You would be a queen. I'd be the jester. And to be able to be a caregiver for 16 years. She had myasthenia gravis. It was similar to MS, except that it was the voluntary muscles. It was in the synapses, the acetylcholine esterase inhibitors would not function as well as they ought to, so they would become desensitized, and sometimes movement would be possible for an uncertain amount of time, days, weeks, sometimes minutes, and then down for days, weeks, sometimes months. And that's where we were. And I realized that reptilian state, and I saw that when that control element, Delta's all about the divine feminine, and when that control no longer was, and I transurfed away from being a senior vice president, and I gave away everything. I shut down all the passive revenue streams that I had set up, and I didn't walk away from my sons or my marriage. I enjoyed 2 months away. I said I was going to enjoy 2 months away and then come back. There were times where I was not allowed or invited to be in this house for years. And now my father and I have the most, well, I'm not going to say he's the best dad in the world, and this dude's pretty fucking awesome. And to be able to be here and experience ancestral trauma from how it had fated me and how I fell into that trap. And I thought it was on the way to sweet harmony. To be able to see it and know it and now be here instead of being subjected to maritime, colorable vice admiralty jurisdiction. To have a coast guard, have a maritime lien on the placenta that goes and tracks all the way back to the Vatican. And to be able to discover that and be called crazy, and that I must have a worm in my head. And now to have all the proof, and to be placing systems of men and women where there's no character or role who's able to be animated anymore, without the legal line dissolving and it becoming a complete fiction. And they know it, and once they know it, they disappear. And to be able to think about all those men and women. No more mortgages. No more debt. I'm not sure if you know or what to do or have seen. I have seen. I'm not going to project. What I will say is I have seen and I've experienced this man. Where is he? This man in his world where he used to be a slave of all of that bullshit that is on here. This is his words himself. He said he's a slob of a cop. He was a slob of a cop. Sleep deprivation, Parkinson's, diabetes. He had a bunch of pain. I'll just say I'm not going to get into his personal life. And now he's on those stages and he experiences, yeah. So if you'd like to play in the play dynamics in the unknown. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for 45 minutes. I'm gonna get out of here. That's all. The brain can only endure what the butt, or the brain can only absorb what the butt can endure, and usually people are around like 45, 50 minutes. So we gotta make this shit brief. On that note, totally stoked about your 24-hour deal. And yeah, get ready for the exponential energy exchange. It's fun sending this video, and I do not expect any communication back. So if I do, yeah, I invite that. Appreciate you, and have a wonderful day.